This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Republicans for a long time have been absolutely bereft of adherence to any political ideology. They'll fake it like Reagan did for 8 years, talking about the deficit and small government and controlling the national debt while ballooning those things beyond comprehension. But since Donald Trump, it's become even more apparent, even more gross. And I'm going to play a clip here that really is emblematic of this. Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire, who went on this jag. I got 2 clips here, and he's answering like a listener email bag where people were taking him to task for his view on the his opposition to the legalization of marijuana. And he had several people in his audience write emails and whatever. And one apparently made some reference to, cigarettes they're dangerous. You know, they do this same thing that they have to talk about one thing. Well, what about this? What about this? And this really shines a bright light on the fact that there is no political ideology with these people, especially Matt Walsh. His political idea for the country is to ban the things he doesn't personally like and then promote the things that he's fond of. And this first clip is just bananas because he's twisting himself in a knot to explain to you, dear audience, that actually cigarettes are good. Cigarettes, I think he says, are as American as apple pie, while making a justification for how much good and societally we've benefited from cigarettes. And then in the second clip, it gets even worse. First, we'll start with this one.
And besides, say whatever you want about, say, cigarettes. 2 things cannot be denied. One, tobacco helped build this country. Okay, we would not have a country without tobacco. Without the tobacco plant, this country doesn't exist. So it has been crucial, central to this country from its foundation. The same cannot be said for marijuana. Tobacco is as American as apple pie. It is. You don't have to like it, but it is. Second, I would much, much rather live in a society filled with people who are on nicotine over people who are stoned. Nicotine makes you more alert, more productive. Weed does not have that effect, okay? Like back when everyone smoked cigarettes everywhere, you go back to like the 40s, everyone's smoking cigarettes. Everywhere you go, just everything smells like cigarettes. And back then, we were a highly productive country. We have never been more productive. That's back when we were building skyscrapers and winning world wars and going to the moon and stuff. Now, I'm not saying all that happened because of cigarettes. I'm just saying that societally, the effects of cigarettes are actually pretty positive, and same is not true of weed. Okay, does anyone really want to deny that? You take a city, have everyone smoke cigarettes. They're all dosing themselves with nicotine. Have another city, everyone's stoned. Which city do you think? Which one would you rather live in? Like, which one do you think is going to be more productive?
Yeah, that's a hell of a quote, is it not? Tobacco helped build this country. Without the tobacco plant, this country doesn't exist. So it has been crucial, central to this country from its foundation. That's not an argument to tout the benefits of tobacco to our society. There's a lot of things that existed in the founding of our country that built a foundation upon which the country could exist. Slavery, for one. Without the hundreds of years of torture and rape and murder, we wouldn't have our country. We certainly wouldn't have the bodies to pick the tobacco plant that's as American as apple pie. The murder, the stealing from, the breaking of treaties with indigenous people also went on systematically for hundreds of years. That our country wouldn't exist without that too, but that does not mean that, that's as American as apple pie. It's something we should aspire to. And this quote is actually maybe even more perverse. Societally, the effects of cigarettes are actually pretty positive, he says. Societally, the effects of cigarettes are positive. Well, let's look at the CDC data on this. Cigarette smoking causes about 1 of every 5 deaths in the United States each year. Cigarette smoking is estimated to cause the following: more than 480,000 deaths annually, including those from secondhand smoke, 278,544 deaths annually among men, and 201,773 deaths among women. Cigarette smoking causes premature death. Life expectancy for smokers is at least 10 years shorter than for non-smokers. Quitting smoking before age 40 reduces the risk of dying from smoking-related diseases by about 90%. So when he says societally, blah, 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 that's just not true. Even if this figure, let's take this figure in half and say 250,000 people die from smoking-related illnesses every year for the past 80 years. That's 20 million people, Matt Walsh. Is that a societal good? Is that as American as apple pie, Matt? 20 million people? And if it's more closer to what this figure says, which I believe it is, we're talking about 40 million people dead just in 80 years. If we go back to the country's founding, when they're smoking up, flying to the moon, and everybody's smoking, everything smelled like cigarettes. Is that societal good? No, but it's easy to make that argument when it's something you're not opposed to. Where scary weed, marijuana. Now, where my argument comes in here, and it lays bare the naked motivations of these people who just want to ban the things they don't like. They want to oppress the groups they don't like, while making it easier for the things they do like to be the norm. Listen to this argument from Matt Walsh, who just tells on himself, where he's saying that why make a law that doesn't make society better? Why do things that make society worse? And then we'll address some of the things that he doesn't mention.
How has this made our country a better place? And I would argue, I guess this is like controversial or something. It shouldn't be. But any policy that is being proposed, like the policy of legalizing or decriminalizing marijuana, anyone who's proposing a policy, a law, a change in the law, the first question that should be asked is, how will it make society a better place to live? That should be the first question. Yes, before even questions of what are our rights, is it right? To me, does it make society a better place? It's a more important question. Because if the answer is, if you could say, well, here's a policy, and I say, how does it make society better? Oh, no, it makes it worse. Well, why the hell would we do it then? Like, if it makes life worse, then what's the point of it? Why would we knowingly embark on a path that is going to make society worse for everybody living in it?
Now that is a hell of a quote coming from Matt Walsh. Anyone who is proposing a policy, a law, a change in a law, the first question that should be asked is, how will it make society better? How will it make society a better place to live? That should be the first question. Yes, even before questions about what are our rights. To me, does it make a society a better place? That is the more important question, because if you can say, well, here is a policy, and I say, how does it make society better? Oh, no, it makes it worse. Well, then why the hell would we do it? If it makes life worse, then what's the point of it? Why would we knowingly, and here's the rub, why would we knowingly embark on a path that is going to make society worse for everyone living in it? You mean like a capitalist-based for-profit healthcare system that makes the vast majority of participants in that system sicker and poorer? Do you mean like that, Matt Walsh? Or you're totally pro for-profit healthcare system because you're a rich guy and you can afford it. So society to you isn't everyone as a whole. It's what's good for Matty. What's good for the chinless, hiding whatever's under there with the beard, Matt Walsh. That's what it is. What are some other things? Abortion access, which doesn't just impact people who are not wanting a child, who do want to seek an abortion for that purpose, but it also impacts people who want a kid, where maternity wards are now being shut down in my home state of Idaho because they can't find doctors who are willing to work in an atmosphere where they're facing criminal action against them for doing their jobs. Unfettered access to weapons of war. Kids having to do shelter-in-place drills, active shooter drills in their schools because Matt Walsh wants to have his access to his AR-15. Oppression of minority groups, whether they be black with voter suppression, whether they be the actual threat of life against trans Americans. Does this make America better? Does this make society a better place to live societally? Matt Walsh, dipshit. They don't have an ideology. It's not based on anything. It's not, well, this even comes before what are our rights? Yeah. This is Christofascism is what this is. Stretching themselves into pretzels to try to make an argument that cigarettes made our country better. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. You can also just leave a comment below. That is awesome. If you want to help support my work, produce my work, help maintain and grow this channel, please consider it. Hit the join button below. For $2 a month, you can become a channel member. You can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. That's a great way. Hit the super thanks button. But most of all, make sure you're subscribed, like, and comment on this video. Share this with someone. If you know a Matt Walsh fan, share this video with them. Follow me on social media. You can tag me when you share it there, @Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky, all of them. If there's a social media element to it, it's likely I have an account, and it's @Dollemore. Anyway, I'll see you next time. You too, Matt Walsh. Be genuine if you can, Matt Walsh. Take care of one another, which we know you can't, Matt Walsh.